Hey, it's a dark episode for January the 28th, 2024. And yeah, today we went and saw Poor Things in the movie theater, which was definitely a theater experience. It was really, that's like, it's that thing of like you see like movies that are like, yeah, that's okay. That was like an okay story. That was like, good, movie. Then there's like, something that's like, wow, that's firing on all cylinders. That is fucking movie kind of thing. They just that extra electrification that happens when you go see something really good. And Poor Things was certainly that. Certainly disturbing, fucked up, about us poor things. We are all poor things, poor little meat sacks wandering around. Maybe fucked as a species. Maybe there is hope. Maybe there is progress. I'm not quite sure. I think the movie leaves it up to you to decide. Um, um, Literal infantilization of a woman by men, and how a woman kind of says "fuck it, no," and carves out a place. Like, I am not a thing. I am actually more than a thing. I am an individual. I am a person, and it opens with the woman that will become Bella throwing herself off of a bridge because she has been, we can imagine, reduced to a thing by another man who we meet later on in the story. Yeah, yeah, it's fabulous, incredibly funny in its in all of this. It's not a dour picture in the least. It is. Mark Ruffalo is great. Um, Emma Stone is great. Willem Dafoe is surprisingly makes his character, who is a kind of a monster, but is a monster who has been tortured by his own father all his life. God, he plays Godwin, very much an echo of Mary Shelley's father, William Godwin, I would assume, making the kind of Frankensteinian Bella Mary Shelley, or Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the monster. It's yeah. It was fabulous. It was great. It was great in that way, and just gorgeously photographed. The cinematography changing, the color schemes, it just shaping and changing as Bella changes throughout the story. The character who we see all these things through. Um, Lisbon, Paris, London, just yeah, yeah, and these black and white intercut scenes, but kind of underwater, floating, beautiful scenes in between. The music, the music is fabulous. Emma Stone's movements. She walks very herky jerkily, almost like an infant, you might say at the beginning, and that movement is carried throughout the thing. There is a sequence of her dancing on the dance floor and dancing with Mark Ruffalo, and it is modern dance because like she is wild and abandoned, and he is trying to pull her back in, and she dances off again, wild and abandoned, and it's like that people were, if it hadn't been for Jenna Ortega doing a kind of a pale kind of a version of this with Wednesday, this surely would have been the thing that would have sold this movie to everyone, but it probably couldn't be used that way because it would have been seen as just rank imitation of that, where it's fuck, it is leagues above that, or at least it shows the power of like just dance, movement, just raw movement of the both actresses, Ortega and of Emma Stone. It's just like fuck, so great. So, yeah, that was a good day. Oh, I went and got the groceries done, and I did the laundry too.